Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is the Mundane Matt channel. And I don't have to sit there and say this, but I'm going to anyway for your benefit and my benefit to feel like I've given something good back to the world. Identity theft is a real damn problem. Always watch your shit. Be very careful. Just want to put that out there into the world because this story is all about that kind of crap and the fact that it's not hard on the internet to be catfished by someone who has stolen somebody else's identity if you don't know what you're looking for. And we hear about this kind of crap all the time, but this time around, it actually involves Dani Daniels, and a dude is pissed. So he's suing her, and she says that it's actually just a creepy attempt to meet her. Yeah, that seems about right. Now, a middle-aged Uber driver who was scammed out of $1,800 by a fraudster claiming to be Dani Daniels, stranded in Ghana, has now hauled the actual adult film star to court just so he can be in the same room with her. This is what she says. So that's kind of a lot to unpack in just that very first little bit there. That's one sentence, by the way. Really, it's one big sentence. So an Uber driver somehow got contacted by someone who was claiming to be Dani Daniels. And she was like, "Hey, buddy, I'm like trapped in Ghana and I need money to get home. Can I get like $1,800? I'll totally pay you back." I think at this point in time, I just want to say, like, in the age of the internet, if you ever get an email or message from somebody who is from Nigeria or Ghana or Uganda or anywhere in just that, I would just argue Africa, asking for money, it's probably bullshit. It's probably a lot of bullshit. That's what I'm going to say that it is. Anyway, smut star Dani Daniels. Jesus, okay, New York Post. Porn actress Dani Daniels. It's a profession. You know, she puts in the legwork just like everybody else. And mouth work and hands work and anything else too. Anyway, whose real name is Kira Orsag, has never met Uber driver James R. Weidenboner. Boner. That's a hell of a name. In person, but he follows her on social media. Weidenboner sued the Dani Daniels Deeper star in small claims court in June, alleging that she scammed him out of $1,795. Now, I don't know Dani Daniels' current finances. If I recall correctly, she has retired from porn, so she's probably sitting pretty based upon just residuals and appearances at conventions and things like that. She's doing okay. So I don't really think she would be going after a 56-year-old Uber driver and trying to scam him for $1,795. Now, her lawyer says that Weidenboner was bilked by someone who had stolen Dani Daniels' name and likeness. He doubts the Uber driver really believes the actress is a fraudster, noting that he was able to track down her business address and serve her with the suit in Manhattan. Well, I mean, that could be a thing too. Now, that's an angle to play here. I mean, if the guy was obsessed with Dani Daniels and claims that he was, screwed over by someone who looks like her, and then he is able to look up her information. I mean, finding someone's business address and things like that is not the hardest thing in the world, But then still being able to go there in Manhattan and serve her, that's some dedication right there. Now, instead, Dani Daniels' suit says that Weidenboner is using the small claims case to try and force a mediation, which would have given him direct interaction with one of the objects of his obsession. Now, the thing is, I do find I don't want to sit there and try to argue that this guy is obsessed with Dani Daniels. I don't know. I have no idea if this guy is 100% obsessed with Dani Daniels and that's why he's doing this. Okay, right? Like, I don't know. At the same time, this guy could have gotten screwed out of $1,795 and he wants his money back. And he's like, well, you're the person they were pretending to be. Therefore, you're guilty of that. Or you're responsible. Kind of like if somebody comes over to your house, right? And like they hurt themselves, like you're at fault or some shit. I don't know. That's probably a terrible analogy. But anyway, Burnfield notes, this is a lawyer, that Weidenboner sued Orsag, this would be Dani Daniels, under her stage name, which is akin to someone serving Al Pacino at the lawsuit against Michael Corleone, which is possible. But then again, he may not know that that's her stage name. He may think that's her real name, right? He may think that. I mean, I don't think anyone out there fully would ever believe that, but you never know. You never know. The dude's 56. He's a boomer. All right. He's a boomer. You don't know. You don't know what boomers are gonna believe. We at this age, we really have no idea. But at the same time, he may not have just looked it up, but he still was able to find out where she worked and everything else. Now, her husband, Victor Coppola, told the Post that scammers steal his wife's identity hundreds of times a year, then seek out lonely-looking older guys and contact them with sob stories about being stuck abroad. Now, see, that's interesting to me because it's like it happens a lot. And I'm sure it does because, I mean, again, it's like catfishing is something that is pretty prevalent in a couple areas. We know that catfishing is prevalent in a couple areas. And people are subject to fall for it, you know, and then that definitely happens from time to time. But 100 times, or hundreds of times a year feels like a lot. And you figure they would have some kind of defense for this, I guess, or I don't know. Oh, he says that they report the fake accounts to Facebook and Instagram, but the social media companies often take months to remove the phony profiles. It happens so often that Dani Daniels posted on her verified accounts, "I'm not in Ghana." And that makes sense. This is one of the reasons why it says they're verified accounts. They need to do better with the verification process for certain people. You know, like I'm verified here on YouTube. I can't get verified on Facebook, and Twitter won't do that anyway. Predominantly, I think because of who's on their trust and safety council, but that's neither here nor there. That's speculation. That's theory, not an outright allegation of misconduct on Twitter's part. But anyway, now she is suing him for unspecified damages, and he did not return any messages seeking comment. And I get that. I get she's going after him because he's going after her. And at the end of the day, it's like, I'm not saying she should pay him the money. I don't think she should pay him the money. She didn't do it. Why give him the cash? But I feel like just like an honest conversation, you know, between them. But then again, her theory is that he wants to meet her, and this is how they're going to do it. This is how he's trying to get there. And that's an elaborate plan. I mean, that's an elaborate play in order to meet someone you fap to, right? Like, that's a pretty elaborate move to do that. If he would, I mean, like, is it just he wants to get her in a room filled with men in suits and be like, yeah, here's a hula hoop, dance for me? I don't think that's the case. I don't know. I hope not. I really hope not, because that's actually kind of creepy. If someone, because, you know, in this country, you can sue for whatever reason. And then it's like, you got to fight it and cost money and shit. And then, you know, just to get in the same room with someone that you find sexually attractive is creepy as shit. But we don't have his side of the story in regards to that. It's possible he got screwed and he got upset, and he wants his money back, and he just thinks that she's got the money, you know, not his money, but she's got her money, and maybe he thinks he's owed that. I don't know. But labeling the guy, I mean, like, without proper evidence or proper whatever, labeling the guy a creeper, that kind of bothers me a little bit, because we don't fully know. I'm sure she's a better understanding of this than we do. Then again, this is kind of a summarization article. But at the same time, I'm really wondering what the truth is, and will we ever know? But then again, these are just my thoughts. Kind of curious to know what you guys think on this one. If you've made it this far into the episode and into the story, let me know in the comments. Be sure to type in hula hoop so I know you've made it. If you guys want to support the channel, the best way is thumbs it up, subscribe, click on that bell, check back for more content. Also, you can always hit us up on patreon.com/Monday Mac. Great way to support the channel. $1 per month gets you access to the Patreon, where you guys can talk to me directly if you like, as well as other cool things that are going to be coming down the pipeline. And I'll talk to you all later. Have yourself a fantastic day, and peace out.